I did the second use case. That is,
Okay.
build a Docker file based on Alpine 3.3.
Okay. Okay. So you created one machine, and that machine you have installed Docker, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you just increase some font size? Control plus plus. Ah, yes, yes. So basically, you got some Alpine and you created a Docker file.
Yeah.
And can you open a cat? No, just cat Docker file. Okay, so in as per this Docker file, what you are doing is you are trying to download Alpine Docker image
Yes.
with 3.3 release version.
Correct.
So Alpine is the image name, that is the repository name, and 3.3 is the tagging, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, and since the Alpine is the Debian family, you are using APK.
It,
So from where you got the Alpine is the Debian family? How you decided?
uh, I actually researched a lot because I'm not used to Linux.
Okay, okay. Can you go to hub.docker.com? hub.docker.com in a new tab, hub.docker.com. Search Alpine. Yeah. So uh, um, scroll down. Read the wait. So basically, they have almost 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12 versions as of now. So you need to just spend some time on this README. So they are this image can support. Go back. This image can support a couple of architectures, so like AMD 64, all. So we need to be interested AMD 64, X86, X86 64. Those are all it's our architectures. Okay, so if you come down, it's saying Alpha Linux is the Linux distribution, first thing, and you need to have which distro, right? So come down. Okay, see here. So obviously it's a Debian family. So it's a Ubuntu,
Yeah.
right? So so if you spend some time on any image on their repository, definitely if you are going to work in any project, that project will have a private repository.
Okay.
So so what you need to do is along with all image everything, you also need to have one README file there and keep on add all the information because the documentation also quite important because today you are in that project, tomorrow if you are going for a different project or after your shift, people who are going to support, they have to get all the information from here, not every time from you.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to your command prompt. Okay, so open a Docker file.
Do I win?
No, wait. So APK add. So basically, you are updating Node.js, and also you are executing Node-v. Basically, you want to check the version on Node.js.
Yeah. Correct.
So this is the expectation of this Docker file.
Yeah.
Can you open index.js?
Uh,
Cat?
yeah. But I wasn't able to. I'm not used to Node.js,
No,
so
no,
I
no.
think. understand what to do with it.
No. That is the reason I asked everyone to pick up one use case, try. I know you people are going to do just copy paste, but wherever you want to see, I will add the information so that whenever you go to any interview or real time project, you can project yourself even though you don't have experience. So that is the overall idea which people
Okay.
are really missing it. Okay. So if you see this file, this instance is going to run on port 8080. Suppose if you really want to play as part of your learning, you change port here before you start build the image. And
Okay.
also, if you want to test it, even you can use it for the same port using curl or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Can you open a JSON file,
Package routing. Yes.
package.json? So here, whatever you are running, they are just trying to attach it to the actual container paste. So the app is going to be a simple. It's a hello world, correct?
Yeah.
So you can go for it.
Okay. So do I Docker
Yeah,
run?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Proceed. Docker. Don't press enter. You type the command.
Okay. So
So the name you can give any name, but it has to be meaningful.
yes,
So if you don't give the name, what will happen? The
it will take
Docker
the
itself
default.
pick up the default one, which you cannot manage via any automation through Terraform or any tool. Go for it.
First, I have to build the image, right?
Yes.
So build is successful. Let me check the user.
Okay. So here, uh, and yesterday I told, right, whenever you do any single step, uh, don't hesitate to remove all whatever you have, because the more you clean you do, the more you clean you do, it will be easy for you to understand what exactly you are doing. Okay. Just check what is the container is running. Probably you can first stop and remove the containers, then you can come and remove all images.
None of them is running right now.
Yes. So start focus parallelly on Linux also, because if you know Linux, the upcoming all technology is going to be very easy. If you don't know Linux, then definitely you need to keep run behind with commands. What is the command? Those anxiety.
I delete all the images.
No. Just to type Docker space ps space -a first to see what are the containers are running. So here everything is exited only,
Exited.
so no issue. So you can simply run the command.
Okay.
Yesterday we have executed, right?
So run.
You can go to GitHub. You can go to github.com/cloud Yeah. And just no, go to the cloud and search Docker. Yes, Docker, and go to either lab 2. Yes, go to there. Yeah. So you already stopped all the containers. Just take the second one. Remove all the containers. Docker rm. It's a one single command. No, the before one. Remove all the containers. So first you need to always remove all the containers. Then if you remove all the images, because the containers are used by some of the images. So yeah, go ahead. Okay, now you do a Docker space ps. Yeah, so nothing is there. Now you go ahead and type the command. No, wait. You completely remove all. Okay, let me send you in the chat.
Do I remove the images?
Yeah, images also. If you remove, it will be easy for you.
This is the command.
Yes. So just ensure Docker space images. So this is if you okay, give a force. I think there is some still child force. No. After the command, the same command. After the command, space space hyphen force. Yes. Okay. Now do Docker space images. Yeah. Now you go and try so that it will be so each and every task. If you do like this, then you I'm sure you never ever get any issues or learning gaps. Yeah, go ahead.
Image. Okay.
So now what is happening is step one, whatever you mentioned, each and every stage it's taking snapshot. So if you see the first step, the A6FC1DBFA81A, right? If there is any issue on step two, then if you go and check Docker space image, then the first snapshot will be restored. That means the first successful. So if you again correct your issue and again run, the first step will not be executed because already is there. Okay, the cache will be already saved. So it will always refer the existing task where it left. So that pointer onwards, the task will trigger again. Can you do a Docker space images and verify the third image ID is there or not? F41.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and now
So when I create a Docker, will Alpine also be created or?
can you go and open cat Docker file? Okay, so here you are creating Node.js image with some customization, but from which image? Alpine, right?
Yeah.
Can you scroll up a little bit when you issued the command docker build? Can you go to that docker build command? Wait. So here, if you see the 3.3, what is there in the step?
Pulling from library.
So why it's pulling? Because you see the idea is here. You want to do something, but you instead of doing everything on your own, you are taking some official image. Okay, say for example Oracle image, and
Yeah.
you do some customization and you name it as in your name.
Right.
Okay, or your project name. uh, so from that point onwards, it's a your image, but you need something. Say for example, you are buying a laptop and you want to do some special configuration in OS, and you want to install some MS Office or whatever game you want, right? First you create one machine, you install everything, and you take an image. But
Okay.
first installation, you need some OSCD or ISO file or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
so So that is where it's getting downloaded. So after you downloaded, you are logging inside that machine and you are doing the Node.js update and you are checking Node.js version. Yes, come down.
But will this image not be a dangling image?
That image is going to be there. If you want, you can use it or you can remove it now. But I would prefer to keep it because the local one you always keep it there until you don't want really need it.
Do I Docker run?
Yeah, you can run, but don't enter any command so that whenever I want to add anything, probably I can add the explanation.
Uh, okay.
Yeah. So Node.js image.
Do I press enter?
Okay, wait. So here, what is mean by port 80? What is mean by port 8080?
80 is port of the host
Okay. Port of
and
the host means the local machine where
local
you
machine.
installed or
The local machine that
okay,
is CentOS.
okay,
And 8080 is the image I created.
okay.
Uh,
Okay. So you just enter. Okay. Can you do a Docker space ps?
because I think it exited.
Why?
Because I didn't like flag it DIT for
Yeah. So
detach.
hyphen d means detach. It's a background as a process. Always you are expecting to run. Yeah.
But what I noticed is when I just do a D, it exits. But when I do a DIT, uh, it passes like it doesn't exit. So I didn't understand exactly what this D
No, no.
meant.
Can you do it? We will see. Enter. Okay. So anyway, you need to remove because already this container, even though it's exited state, that name is already there. So
Okay.
you need to remove it.
So first I need to stop.
No, already
It is
just
stopped.
do a Docker space ps. Already it's in exited state. You need to
With RM.
either go with the new name,
Q.
either go with the new name.
Okay, I'll go with the new one.
Actually, those who really want to get into Kubernetes, right? Hope you are all aware, right? Docker slowly getting removed from Kubernetes. So, but don't worry. But you need to have good idea on Docker. If you have good idea on Docker, then it will be easy for you to adapt the mechanism currently. Well, anyway, I'm coming up with a couple of sessions. So, but before that, you please make sure you are getting to one containerization runtime technology.
So I'll just do a D this time.
Yeah, just enter. Okay, now do a Docker space ps. Okay, now you do Docker hyphen a. Yes. So now you try to run with a different name with this time hyphen dit node app 2 dit. Yeah, enter. So now do a Docker PS. So now you tell me what is that mean? D mean detach.
Okay. Uh,
Okay.
I is interactive and T is TTY. Uh, but I didn't exactly understand what TTI does. When I researched, it showed me that it inputs the standard in. Uh,
See, normally IT with a D, you are instructing that I always want to run one specific terminal. In Linux, normally you need to create one terminal for any background process. So it will try to allocate one process thread for that background process because you are instructing it.
okay.
So that is why normally whenever you want to run, can you type ampersand in previous most of the Linux commands? If you run Linux command with ampersand, type ampersand, shift 7. Yeah. So that means uh, in normal commands, the ampersand means that command you are issuing, but you are expecting to run in the backend
Background. Yeah.
permanently as a process, right? The same expectation for this command.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, can you try to access from outside now?
I'll have to use port. Okay. 80.
No, for port 80, you don't need to use
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. I think nothing is running on that because it was just a Node.js. I didn't write any index.html.
Yeah. Can you? So basically, you are trying to access port 80, right?
Yeah.
So can you just check Docker space info, that container name, that container name?
Uh,
Wait a minute. Inspect, sorry. So here you will get some IP address, right? 172 is there 172.17.0.2, correct?
yeah.
Yeah. Can you do a curl space -k space http :// that IP address? http ://
Uh,
that IP address.
can I? Okay. Or curl local host should also work. Right?
Uh, so wait, let me just check. No, can you? No,
Oh, sorry,
HTTP
HTTP.
because it's a port 80, right?
Yeah.
So port 80, you can go with the actual one.
Okay.
So can you uh, go back? Can you put a history? Okay. So here, tell me that port 80 and 880 you given, right?
Yeah.
So what is that first port?
The port of this Linux machine.
Okay. What is the second port?
Port of the Docker container.
Okay. So now you give. That is what I'm trying to make you to realize. Okay. Can you use your up arrow? and run the same command, but don't enter curl space -k http colon 8080, enter. Okay, so the service itself is not running because it's a, you are starting the Node.js, but you are not as a persistent normally. Okay, who knows this issue? Actually, this is not an issue actually. So anybody have your views before I Raj? Yeah, go ahead, Raj. Ravi, anyone can come forward. Okay, see, normally go back to your Docker file. Can you do a cat your Docker file?
Okay.
Okay, can you go? Yesterday I showed right one file. Can you go to the GitHub repository? I think there is a class 8. Can you open Docker training class 8 folder? Yes, because you all need to understand. That is why whatever the use case I'm giving, it's a combination. So can you no, a little bit. Okay, come down. Okay, there is a wait command apache TL. No, not in this. Can you come down? Otherwise, we will open a different one. Come down. Wait. Yeah, is there. So anyone, there is a Docker file one for apt update, apt install, Nginx and all is there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have an answer there. So the last line, what it means? Anyone? What is the purpose of the last line? Command nginx -g daemon space off. Okay, which OS you installed? Linux you created? Okay. Is it CentOS or?
CentOS.
Okay, can you go to your machine? Type the command yum space install space httpd space -y. Okay, now systemctl. Yeah, http. Sorry,
Status.
restart. No, restart. We haven't started. Restart. httpd. Again, the same command instead of restart. So wait. So because there is a already port 80, you are trying. So it's a result, right?
Yeah.
So can you kill the? Can you remove those containers first? Because it's locked. Port 80 is locked. Even though it's the exited states, it's getting result. Okay. Docker. Can you? Okay.
Say,
Okay. So now, can you remove? Okay. Now you go and start the service. Systemctl.
yeah.
Yeah. Now you do a same command. Systemctl enable httpd. This command. Okay. What this command means?
Uh, it will automatically start the service even if I restart the machine. So it
Okay. Wait.
will
Wait. So even restart. So where you are instructing to start automatically in the background, right?
yeah,
In the startup, right?
correct.
Okay, now you enter this and type the same command, systemctl space status space httpd. So the reason why I am keep on wait. So why I'm keep on asking people is, please stop run very fast. First to put a base so that you will save hell lot of time during your learning, because many people I'm seeing even yesterday in the group, that there are a lot of errors they are putting. It's a very basic Linux knowledge, simple as that. So, so you think you are going very fast towards your interview, go on mute. There is a lot of background noise. So you think you have to go very fast. Of course, we need to go very fast, but you don't know you are wasting a lot of time even for basics. This I'm flagging more than 19 years to the IT professionals. So if you see in this output, can you compare the Docker file which you open now in the browser? Can you open that browser? Just now you opened, right? One GitHub, that Docker file. Okay. Can I take control? Okay. Can you give me a permission? Okay. So here I'm just going. Hope everyone is seeing, right? Hope everyone is seeing, right? So okay, we will go with another one. Can you? Okay, instead of this, remove httpd -y. Sorry, instead of httpd, yum install nginx -y. Okay, systemctl restart nginx, systemctl restart nginx, and then um, enable. Okay, and then status, because go very slow. Once you understand the concepts, then it will be easy for you to correlate. Okay, now open the browser, the one which we opened. Okay, is there any similarity between here, this one and this here, this part? So basically, you need to compare because you want to be a persistent, correct, Akhil?
Yeah,
Akhil?
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so in that case, whenever you build any image, right, you first need to ask yourself, okay, this image, we are going to store it in the Docker repository. If this image, whenever I want to spin it up, the configured service also has to be started. So what I need to do, whenever I configure some service, whenever I install something, before I make a actual custom image, also I need to mention to, because we need to instruct everything. It's a normal machine. So whatever instruction you are giving, that instruction only will be executed. Correct. So
yeah.
now, can you open the Docker file now? So no. The browser one. Okay, so now you tell me in this Docker file, if I never mentioned command nginx -g daemon off, I'm say for example, I'm removing this. Okay, so if I remove, what will there? It will download Ubuntu image, it will update, nginx will be installed, the index.html will be added, and port 80 will be exposed. Everything is fine, but the image will be created. Using that image, if you run the container, what will happen? Using the container, if you run the container, if you start the container, what will happen? Anyone? Raise your hand and share your views.
It will be exposed to 18.
No, exposing and all it will work because
Yeah.
it's a simple entry. But when you start a container, the service would start right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
until
it
you
is.
never mentioned systemctl enable equivalent command, how the service will be started? The package is installed, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Now you understand the Docker file which you, that is why I given that exercise. So hereafter, if you want to have any Docker file or you need to custom image you need to create, you please make sure that service also you want as a background process. So how many of you have a confusion? I will explain again. How many of you have a confusion? I will explain again. Okay. Uh, Obina, okay. I given access. You can unmute yourself. Krishna, Obina.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay. Yeah, okay, I think comparing it to system, this thing, you're telling us that this the entry point, the CMD command. So is
Yes.
comparing, so that make it to start the engineers. But then, yeah, I understand to this point, but me setting it up, I think I will have problem knowing how to set it up because here you have -G and then daemon F off.
Yeah,
So that
because
kind of threw me off.
yeah, daemon off. So each and every service will have the options, right? So you need to pick up that particular service. What is the option? So that is why if you want to understand those options, what I will do is I will simply take the Ubuntu machine or CentOS machine. I will install that package. I will do a systemctl enable or older version check config command or the equivalent Linux command with other distros. Then you will get that option. So take that option, put it here. So if you don't declare such options, what will happen is the package will be installed, the directory will be created, the file will be added, the port will be exposed, I mean the entry. But whenever you start the container, you should instruct as a persistent startup, right? So I think Patmini, you asked right yesterday, the entry point was command, correct? Patmini? Yesterday you asked about the entry point and I'm just opening your mic. So so now you understand, right? Why we need a command, why we need a service point. Both are going to be the same purpose. So if you not have, then on the fly you can go and override service the entry point. But the thing is, I would strongly recommend put it in the Docker file while creating the image itself. Yeah, yes, Shruti. So you understand, right, Shruti? This. So if you don't understand what is the syntax, because each and every service will have different thing, but most of them are the same. But what I'm saying is, if you get some confusion, don't worry. Akhil, can you open hub.docker.com? Hub.docker.com. This is why I asked everyone to pick up on use case. Uh, this is the reason people are really saying I don't have real-time experience. Real-time experience is not a magic. These are all parameter we missing while we study. Okay, can you search Nginx here? Go to the search job. Yes, yes, Satya. So while giving that option, you need to be on so that it is equivalent to enable. Yeah. Can you scroll a little bit down? Go down slowly. You come down. The README also will have that options normally. Wait. So Go, come down. Okay, this Docker file also they haven't mentioned. Come down, or else we can go in their way. Come down, come down, come down. Oh, wait. Can you see this? This one, Akhil, are you able to see this?
Yeah.
So even here, see here, they are passing the direct variable here itself. So, but I would not recommend this, Obino. Obino, are you able to see this, Obino?
Yes, Vijay, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
see.
So hereafter, whenever you want to learn anything, especially on the images, please spend some time on this because it's a very useful. This even you can pass Shruti. The entry point was command, but I would strongly recommend don't do like this. You put it in the actual file while creating image so that you no need to have any confusion even in further releases. Yes, Vijay, go ahead. So these are all simple parameters, small, but it is really makes a lot of explanation while you face interview or projects or exams.
So Vijay,
Vijay,
one
Yeah,
we are
go ahead.
Vijay,
yeah.
we can give that instead of this engine IX daemon off,
Hmm.
we give
Your voice is
start.
breaking.
No, I'm telling like. Hear me now? Hello?
Your voice is really breaking, Vijay.
Hello?
Yes. Now it's
Hello?
okay. Now it's okay.
No, instead of nginx daemon off, can we give directly in the run command run
Yes.
systemctl start?
Okay. Systemctl command will work only CentOS.
Okay.
Okay, but Debian family normally they will go with the each Linux distro it's having. First of all, you need to understand one thing: the most of the Docker images are built in the Debian family. So better you go and check the file, or you need to take one that flavor machine and run it. Install the package, execute it.
So Vijay,
but but
this
but
one we are
don't
doing.
don't 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 try with the command, but better these are all options, but put it in the Docker file while creating image itself, Vijay.
Vijay, yeah. So this one we are giving when we are going for a
Okay.
restart. So that time also it should work, right, Vijay? So it's like our system
Yes,
enable. So if you
yes.
are not giving this till the time the system is getting rebooted, whether it will work or how it is.
No, if you don't give such option while creating image, the image will be created, the even you can run the image, but most of the time what will happen is the container will run, but the service will not be started, right? Because you are not added to the startup scripts, correct, persistently.
Yes. So by
So
okay.
yeah, so hereafter if you go any image creation, this is a more because yesterday I could have explained, but there was no concrete example, so now we have. So hereafter people are really rushing towards, okay, I want to create image, so don't do that. So whenever you create image, ask yourself, this image what service I'm bringing in. So that service, how do I make sure the persistent way? This is the way.
Okay.
So even if you don't know, don't worry. Please, you know the image, right? You know Nginx image or Alpine image or whatever image, right? So go to that image and spend some time on the README file. That README documentation will have everything, I'm sure.
Okay, so this one will differ based on the services like
Yes.
Nginx.
Not most of the time, but it's worth to spend some time. Is there any difference? Because day by day, the documentation is only point of source where we can trust it. That to the official documentation, Raj.
Okay, okay, thanks. Vijay.
Because most of the time I'm seeing during the interview, if I ask this question, they don't know. There itself, I get the point that they are not having any in-depth knowledge. real-time knowledge, because real-time, there is no separate real-time. This is a real-time actually. When we study something in our own lab itself, we are not getting through the proper information because we are always in the mind that I need to clear this interview. First, stop that. Of course, we need to clear the interview, but go with the in-depth one. Take some time, so that even after some 10 versions changes, you can able to survive in the market. Whatever I'm sharing, it's my way of study. Okay, so now Muthu, can you come? I'm going to share access. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Which use case? First, you explain use case. Which use case?
Yeah.
Akhil, you can unshare your screen.
Yeah, can you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go with the third one. So deploy the Apache Tomcat container and test it.
Okay.
So I installed Docker.
Can you zoom it? The font size. Press. Yeah. Go ahead. But
So
those
Docker.
who are starting as a Docker career, I strongly recommend learn Docker, but slowly you move on to the Kubernetes based one if you really want to go into Kubernetes, because Kubernetes almost they announced officially to stop. Okay, there is a lot of background noise, Muthu. Okay, go ahead quickly.
So there is no image in Docker.
Yeah.
No containers running. So,
Okay.
So I'm just building the Tomcat.
Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Can you remove this image? Okay, once it's completed. So simple rule, type your commands, don't press enter.
Okay.
Even Control C, you put it, stop, maybe, or just wait. We will just say Docker images. If it is there, just remove the image.
It's not there.
Okay. So how do you, okay, basically you want to create or deploy or do something. So you are taking some official image, some community image. That community image, first of all, you need to understand whether it is a trustworthy, because you are going to use that image as your official purpose.
Yeah.
So please understand, before take anything from some repository, you need to be very careful, because there will be some hidden injection will be there, right? So you can go Docker space search space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, can you scroll up? There will be a official.
Yeah, this one is official.
Yes. So can you minimize your font size so that people can understand very clearly? Again, run that command. Yeah. Okay. Okay. See here, there are two official images. You see, one is Tomcat and Tomcat with Apache Java, right? So these images, you can take it, not other images. If you ask me, I never take other images, because other images are people like you and me created. I cannot go with it, my official purpose. Even my personal mission, I never put any, I never prefer any personal images. So whatever I want, I can go only with official images, because nowadays many brute force is happening through this. Okay. Can you go on mute, Muthu? There is a lot of background noise. Okay. Yeah, you go for it. So that is a major reason I asked everyone to, mostly the next session onwards, I'm not going to be interactive. It's going to be live air. So people cannot speak to my sessions. That is the way I think I decided, because this videos going to help millions of people lifetime. That is a major reason I'm requesting everyone to be joined from some non crowded. Okay, go for it. Go for it. Of course, you people are working from home, from office, right? So you need to obey that. Okay, so now you type the next command and don't press enter. Can you increase your font, too? I think people are. Yeah. Go ahead. So you be in mute so that you type it. Yeah. So now you have the Tomcat image downloaded. Okay, go ahead. Type your command, but don't press enter so that I can add my explanation. Okay, so now can you give instead of first port 8080, you are saying a different port. Can you do a different port for first one? Something 8090 or 8081? Yes. So that means 8080 is your Tomcat image port. 8081 is a um, uh, you are specifying, okay, which port you want to expose. Suppose I don't want to mention any static ports. What you will do? I don't want to mention any static ports. What you will do? I don't want to use any
If I
static.
if I if I don't give anything, means it will take a dynamic port.
Yes. So can you just go ahead? No, I think capital P actually, so that we can see a Docker PS that output will have what port it's randomly assigned. Yeah. So now can you try and execute Docker space PS? Enter. So now can you access that port from outside? But this is not recommended. But you also need to know the alternatives. How? Okay, you built it on Azure. In that case, you need to open it. Can you go back to the rule, Muthu? Okay. Here, can you open that rule? So you have to, okay, source is any, destination is any, and what is a port? A service is custom. Can you just check, click the service? Okay. No, HTTP is default port. You can go with the custom one, but we'll see. Okay. Can you give a priority 200? Can you give a priority 200? Okay. Save it. Okay. So you okay. So can you do some index.html or something in that? No. When can you open? Can you log in inside? Go to the document root and make sure you have something inside. Go to the login to that Docker space execute -it interactive terminal, that container ID space. Yes. Even Soban is sent in chat. You can even copy paste. Yeah, it's very easy. Yes, go ahead. Container ID and or container name and say shell. Which shell? Bash or sh. Yes. Okay. So now you go. Can you put a ls? Okay. So there is a. Can you go back to Tomcat? Can you go back to your hub.docker.com? No, hub.docker.com. Okay, can you try to identify as part of this image? I know there is a default. So where is the default location? Okay, can you do one thing? Can you just go and type the HTTP status 404 found? No, the browser. Yeah, /manager. Okay, can you go back, Tomcat, and check the web apps? Go to web apps. No, web apps. No, you are in local. So you need to go to Tomcat and go to web apps. Okay. Can you create an index.html, say echo space some name redirected to index.html. Okay, can you just go back your browser and check? Basically, we need to find the root. Index.html normally you no need to put. You can just directly access it. No, you remove the index.html, the browser, you type, because as long as your document root is what docker.com. Okay, can you do one thing? Can you go to the same? So go back to the machine. Go to the command prompt. Go to the okay. Come out. There is a come out of this directory. There is a conf directory. Go there. Go inside a conf directory. No. Go to Tomcat. Go to conf. Okay. Go to conf directory. Okay. Do a ls. Okay. Here there is a go to Catalina. Go to Catalina. No, Catalina directory. Yeah. C caps. Yeah. Okay. Go to localhost. Go to localhost. Okay. Can you do a ls? Okay. Can you create an index.html here? Because each and every Linux distro have a different area. Just yes, index.html. Yeah. Can you go back to your browser? Okay, so basically they haven't had the default one here. So we'll do one thing. Actually, it's working. It's getting reached the server. Okay, can you go to var lib tomcat, var lib tomcat. That's why we need to take the base image, say Ubuntu image, and we have to install as per our need instead of taking the other one. Because if we go with the other existing image, then we need to have the how they configured.